In a lush green forest, tucked away from the human world, lived a young lion named Leo. He wasn't just any lion. He was smaller than the others, his mane not quite grown in yet. But what he lacked in size, he made up for in heart. Leo loved his forest home and was friends with every creature there, from the tiniest ants to the oldest owl. One scorching summer, something terrible happened. The great river, which wound its way through the forest and kept all the animals alive, began to dry up. Day by day, the riverbed grew shallower, and the animals grew more desperate. Without the river, their forest would wither, and they would have no water. "Where has our river gone?" asked Bella the beaver, who relied on the water for her dam. The wise old owl, Elder Wisewing, called a meeting in the forest clearing, where animals big and small gathered to discuss the problem. After listening to everyone, he finally spoke. "The river flows from the mountain of mist. Something must have blocked its path." The animals shuddered. The mountain of mist was far away, and the journey there was long and dangerous. Just as they were about to despair, Leo stood up. "I'll go and find out what happened to the river," he declared, his voice clear and brave. The animals gasped. He was so young and small. But Leo's eyes shone with courage, and Elder Wisewing nodded his approval. So Leo set off on his journey. His friend Nia, the nightingale, flew beside him, singing to keep his spirits up, while Tuck the tortoise followed, offering his wisdom. The journey was rough, with steep hills, thick forests, and roaring winds, but Leo kept moving forward. At last they reached the mountain of mist. The fog was thick, and every step felt like a mystery. Then, suddenly, they found the river's source, a clear, powerful spring that fed into a wide pool. But it was blocked by a huge pile of stones. Just as they realized this, a shadow loomed over them. It was Thor, the gigantic mountain bear. "Who dares disturb my peace?" he rumbled. Thor had built the wall of stones to create his own private pond. Leo felt a flicker of fear, but stood firm. "Thor, your wall is stopping the river from flowing to the forest. We need it to survive." Thor glared, his eyes narrowing. But Leo didn't back down. "If you let the river flow, we promise to share our forest food with you whenever you need it." Thor considered this. He had always found it lonely up in the mountain and often struggled to find food. Finally he nodded. With a mighty sweep of his paw, he knocked the stones away, and the water surged forward, rushing down the mountain and roaring back into the riverbed. When Leo, Nia, and Tuck returned to the forest, they were met with cheers. The river flowed once again, filling the forest with life and joy. From that day on, Thor was a welcome guest in the forest, and Leo was hailed as the hero who saved them all. And every creature knew that even the smallest lion could have the biggest heart. I hope you enjoyed the story.